Nathaniel, did you know that I was married?
Yes, I did know that you were married.
So you'll know that I can no longer use conventional Tinder.
That is correct. Well, I hope you're not using it. It's not that you can't use it. It's that
Yeah,
you shouldn't use it.
I shouldn't use it. I shan't use it, and I don't use it. That's why I'm hoping you've got another Tinder that I can use.
Well, luckily for you, I do have another Tinder you can use. This week, we're doing Film Tinder, a game show in which I will give Andrew a list of films. I have 30 films here, but Andrew does not know what's coming, and he can only pick 10 of these films. He will have one rewind in the game. So if he makes a choice, he can rewind on the previous swipe. So we can reverse that option. And at the end, we will take 5 of the films that he has picked out of the 10, and he can upgrade one of those to a top pick so that he's the only person in the world who gets to see that film for the rest of the time.
God, that's some power.
And he gets to upgrade one to a super like, which he can do throughout the game. So he can pick a super like throughout the game, and that is one that he will have access to for eternity, regardless of whether it's not available in physical media or on streaming. He will have access to his super like in this hypothetical game.
This is
So,
real life. This is real.
This is
Okay.
all real. I've made deals with people about this. But are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Now, to get started, what I want from you, I just want some answers from yourself
Mm-hmm.
regarding, because I think you do need a profile on this movie Tinder. Otherwise, Horror Film's going to pick you.
That's exact. And I want to be a viable choice for a film, so yeah, I think I do.
Exactly. So, what genre are you most often looking for?
Thriller. I like thriller films the most if I had to choose one genre.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What decade do you enjoy your films from?
Ooh. 19.
It can be a range if you'd like to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say between 1985 and 2005, we'll say.
And finally, on average, in your own personal headcanon of Rotten Tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
films that you like, where on average are you rating films, percentage-wise?
Oh, so so we're just doing an average of every score that I would give. What would be the average score?
Yeah, so in general, when you enjoy, I'm not saying like your top 5 films that you're going to rate like incredibly highly, or films that you might watch but don't enjoy as much.
Mm.
And like just that average sort of films that you enjoy, you could stick on probably any time and you will get some enjoyment out of it. The
Okay,
average score for those.
if I'm being honest, I would say the average score would be around 58%, perhaps.
Oh, interesting. I did. Oh, okay.
Did you
And that
expect it to be
is,
higher?
I did. But that's interesting. So that's your profile has been made,
Okay,
and now we can start swiping.
here we go.
So the first film on your deck is The Dark Knight, directed by Christopher Nolan. Would you like any more of the bio, or are you happy to make a judgment off picture alone?
Yeah, I'm familiar enough with this picture, and it is a mighty fine one. So hang on a minute. What is it? Is a left swipe? Yes.
A right swipe is you swipe right.
Of course, yeah. All right. I see. I don't use it. Escling. That's my wife.
Are you
Okay.
trying to defend yourself to your wife?
No, I don't use it, and I'm not going to be accused. I am, of course, going to swipe right for the dog.
Yes. With a lot of the films that we're going to come across, I know for a fact you have seen some of them. Some of them you might not have seen. Some of them I don't know your opinion on.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are very well-renowned films. So, you swiped right on The Dark Knight. The next film is The Shawshank Redemption.
The Shawshank Redemption being one of my favourite films, so of course I'm going to swipe right.
The next film now, we're going more modern, from this year actually, Sinners.
Right.
Ooh, we're burning through these.
We're burning.
Quick.
I know. Christ, there's going to be some I don't like.
I'll give you, this was one that I would swipe right on. I'm not sure about you. When Harry Met Sally.
Given the context of the film, and I think the level I'm putting films on in order for me to swipe right. Whilst I like this, I'm gonna keep some of the chips in the hand, and I'm gonna presume that there are gonna be films better than this one. So sadly, although it's a classic, I won't be having what she's having, and I'm gonna swipe left.
I like what you did there.
Thank you.
Now, the next film after this is In Bruges. Have you seen this film, first of all?
Yes, I have. Very good film. It's the same makers of the Banshees of
In
Inisherin.
a
Am I saying
Sharon,
that
yes,
right?
it's
Yeah.
Martin McDonagh is the director, starring Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah, I very much like this film, but I'm gonna swipe left, I think. Good film though.
Okay. Just remember, throughout this, you do have your one rewind, the previous one.
Okay.
The next one is Saw, the original Saw from 2004.
Undisputed classic, and although I'm not a massive fan of the horror genre, this film, when I first watched it with that last reveal, earns a swipe right from me, I think. And I know you're probably thinking if I swipe right for that, why wouldn't I have swiped right for In Bruges? Probably, but I don't know.
No, I back swiping right on Saw.
Okay.
I really enjoy Saw. And you are ready to play a game. Now, this next one was purely for you.
Mm.
Event Horizon.
Ah, you bastard. Look,
I don't need to give you the director or anything
no,
like that.
no. He's my spirit animal. I'm gonna swipe left.
This next one, I'm sure you've seen this because I know you are partial to a war film. 1917.
Oh, so this is a really good film. The way they did it's all one take, isn't it? Sam Mendes, is that
Sam
correct?
Mendes, yes, that's correct.
Use a lot of digi doubles, to create that one take feel. Good film, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't love it. Whilst I appreciate it, so I'm gonna swipe left on this one.
That's fair enough. I do just want to take a moment and have a look at the ones that you have swiped right on so far. So you swiped right on 4. The Dark
Mm-hmm.
Knight, Shawshank Redemption, Sinners, and Saw. You love a film that starts with S. Um, Dark Knight is 94% Rotten Tomatoes. Shawshank
Mm-hmm.
Redemption is 89. Sinners is 97. Saw is 50%, which I was surprised it was 50, but it's horror. A lot of times they do. So your average, you're sort of going above what your average enjoyment.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just playing it safe with averages, and I thought there's going to be enough films to kind of average out enough bad scores to average out the good. But it also is an indicator of my film taste so far. If you
It
was
is.
to, yeah, so I'm quite happy with that.
I'm not getting any like pomposity off your picks. I think these picks are very honest.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to be pompastic.
So this next one, I have a feeling I know where you'll go with this one. The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Absolutely swipe left.
Yes. This one here, if I remember correctly, you did once tell me this is one of your favorite films.
Mm-hmm.
A History of Violence.
Swipe right, baby. Just give me Ed Harris and Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, I love that film.
Okay, these next couple, apparently I was in a really Viggo Mortensen mood. Green Book.
So this film has been sort of marred recently after its Oscar win as some sort of like it's woke Hollywood has kind
Yeah.
of gone against
It's like
it.
white savior film. It's considered. I love this film.
Yeah, I love it. And you say I could come back to it at some point, or is this rewind just one go, or what?
It's a rewind. So say the next film, you decide, actually, now that I see these two side by side, I'd like to, so you can rewind to your very previous one.
Okay, well I'll take my chances and I will swipe left on this. Although I did
Okay.
enjoy it.
Now, I believe this is the last film in it with Viggo Mortensen.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what your opinion is of these films. Lord of the Rings, I'm giving you the whole trilogy. You
The
swipe
whole
right.
trilogy. Well, you know it's got to be a swipe right because it's
Okay,
probably.
interesting, because I wasn't sure if we'd ever spoken about those. I
I
love
don't. I
those
don't.
films.
I don't think we have. I just think as a it's so
Mhm.
if, even its cultural impact, I think is can't be understated, and it's
Yeah.
as a complete trilogy. Yeah, absolutely. Swipe right.
And my get out of jail with doing a complete trilogy on this list is that they were all filmed back to back. They're very much one production.
Yeah,
So
and you can see that, and that's I think that's why it
yeah,
works
it's
so
very
well.
clear. So
Mm.
yeah. The next one is The Godfather, the first one.
By the rules of the game, well, not even by the rules, but I can't in good conscience swipe right on this because I am ashamed to say this, but I've never watched any of the Godfather films.
That's I like your honesty. I spent 3 years because I was doing film, always saying, yeah, I watched it years ago, so I wouldn't have to be like pick up on any details on it. I also have never seen any of the Godfather films. I think they are about 3 hours apiece. I am gonna sit down sometime and watch them, but I'm worried I'll be disappointed because they are bigged up quite a lot.
Yeah, and from what I understand, you only really need to watch one. At a push, you could watch two, but if you love those two films, stay away from three.
Yes. Now, already then this skips over this one. So I'm gonna tell you what this one was, but I'm gonna replace it with a different film.
Okay.
So the next film is gonna be The Godfather 2, because I fully thought you'd seen them. But the film I will replace that with is Seven.
I love this. I love this so much. Um, I was trying to think of a pun to do with one of the seven deadly sins to give you with my answer, but no, I just love this film and what's in the box. So that was shameless. But yeah, I'm gonna swipe right. One of my favorite films, and
Yeah,
I love David
that's
Fincher. So
yeah. I was gonna say that is Fincher, so I know you do like Fincher, and I realized with that Godfather being able to take that out was good because I had no other David Fincher films in this. I figured I may as well give you a Fincher. Sounds
so
very suggestive.
I was gonna say that sounds like
Give
such a
them all a Fincher.
euphemism. Oh my god, have you been finchered? Yeah, me
He's
too,
got a
man.
Fincher in his pants.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Or it sounds like a bird.
It does sound like, but I prefer it as yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
I
you
know you do,
play
you
play it.
depraved.
Yeah, play your cards right. You're gonna get a Fincher later.
Was that your opening line to your wife?
Yeah, but she's never seen Seven, so she didn't get it.
Now, the next film is Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I thought I'd go with the most sort of universally agreed upon. Not my favourite, but
So I know this is going to sound counterintuitive because I explained about the sort of cultural impact that Lord of the Rings had, and that's why I put it in there. So you could argue that's why I should swipe right on this, but I love some of those films, and I would happily rewatch them. And I know Empire Strikes Back is it was a seminal moment in history. But if I'm being true to myself, I'm gonna swipe left on this, not right.
that's fair enough. So we are at 7 right swipes. Just remember, you do have a super like that you can do on one of these films as it comes, or you can upgrade one of your likes to a super like
I like
if you get to the
retrospectively.
end and you haven't used your super like.
Okay.
The next film is Avengers Endgame.
For the feeling of Cap um receiving Thor's hammer, what's it called? Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir? I knew I'd
That's
butchered
another
it.
one. That's another one that you need to have an accent and say it fast. Mjolnir.
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 Just for him receiving that and the applaud and the feeling that I felt in the cinema, among others, I absolutely have
Hmm.
to swipe right on that.
Also, it's one of those ones that you now look back on and go, "Remember how good it was?"
Yeah, already.
So, and the next one I have is Goodfellas.
I'm gonna swipe right on that also.
Okay, so that brings you up to 9 right swipes.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go through your right swipes so far.
Hmm.
So you've swiped right on Goodfellas, Avengers Endgame, Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, A History of Violence, Saw, Sinners, Shawshank Redemption, The Dark Knight, and Seven. I should have had Seven at number seven. I'm annoyed that I didn't do that.
I'll let you off.
So that's 9 picks so far. We have we have
Thank God.
13 left
My God,
to go through.
this is mean. You got these are
I was
insurmountable odds.
I was originally my original idea was gonna be I have 30 films here. I was gonna do 50, so 15 picks. But what I am gonna do, just so it's not so hard on you, I'm gonna keep 5 of the remaining films for a top pick. So I will give you 5 at one time, and you'll have to pick one of them. So it's still the same amount that you're picking, but just changed a bit. Um, so just remember, you do have one proper right swipe left. So the next film I have for you is, I actually don't know what you'll do with this one. Pulp Fiction.
Um, I'm gonna swipe. I'm gonna swipe left.
Okay. Where do you stand on Tarantino?
I like Tarantino. I think his best film is Inglourious Bastards.
Imagine being wrong. It's Django Unchained, but go on.
Yeah, his second best film for me is Django Unchained,
Mhm.
and I like Pulp Fiction, but it's not that rewatchable for me, in all honesty.
Oh. So the next film now is Million Dollar Baby. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I think it's a very good film. I like it
It's
very
great.
much,
Clint
but
Eastwood is very good.
yeah, but given the fact my back's against the wall, much like Hilary
Yeah.
Swank in the early days of her boxing career, um, I'm I'm
Genuinely
gonna
did not know where you were going with that. I was like, I
yeah,
watched
well,
film.
I'm going to throw the towel in this fight, and I'm gonna swipe. Good film though.
So that film is not going to be your Million Dollar Baby.
Oh, not this time. Very good.
And in the sense of this being Tinder, what are we all after on Tinder? So the next film for you is Love Actually.
Oh, Love Actually is everywhere. Oh God, you son of a
When did I
bitch.
get Hugh Grant as a co-host?
I know, that's why I've been growing out my bangs. These are we both got bangs. Anyway, Love Actually. Oh no, I've got one left. I'm gonna
I
swipe.
love this film. I'm just going to say that.
I love it. There's what storyline is your favorite?
Ooh. See, suddenly now I can't. I do, because I like Hugh Grant and anything, so I do quite like the Hugh Grant one.
Mine is
Alan Rickman's a bastard. That's what I'll say about that film.
yeah.
R.I.P.
Every single time I see that scene where she goes upstairs after realizing the necklace isn't for her, and she puts on
Yeah.
the Joni Mitchell CD and starts crying, it
Yeah.
breaks my heart every single
I
time.
always, every time I watch it, I always wonder, is she crying because she's realized about the necklace, or is she crying because she's listening to Joni Mitchell?
Well, Joni Mitchell can make you cry. But my favorite storyline in all of them is probably actually Colin Firth's, which is maybe not most people's.
It's an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'll
anyway,
respect it.
thank you. I'm gonna swipe left on Love Actually.
Fair enough. You do have to be quite particular on
Yeah.
that. So, make it even more interesting, because you're already going to have those 5
Mhm.
to pick your top pick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through the whole list, and you're still only going to pick one more right swipe, and I'm going to take 5 of the ones that you haven't taken. Do
Okay.
them. Because I have your reaction to each of them. The next one, I added this one purely because I hadn't done any animation. So
Mhm.
I put in The Incredibles.
Swipe left.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's good.
I really enjoy The Incredibles, but I don't know if I'd be swiping. And films that I've listed so far, I don't know I'd be swiping Incredibles right on that one.
No. Good though.
Yeah. Before this year, the best Fantastic Four film.
Yes.
The next one, Barbie.
Really enjoyed it. I really actually unexpectedly enjoyed it. But
Yeah,
it's
it is good.
yeah, I especially the monologue at the end.
Mm-hmm.
by Ugly Betty. That's really disrespectful, but I can't remember the actress's name. But
America Chavez. No,
yeah,
America. I America Chavez is the Marvel character, I think, is
yeah,
it?
yeah, yes, it is. Yeah,
America Ferrez, I think.
yeah. I love it as a feminist film. I thought it was really, really good. But I'm also not going to swipe right. I'm going to swipe left. So sorry, Barbie.
So you don't care about feminism that much. That's right, folks. You
I
heard it here first.
I
Andrew just
he was just waiting for this to happen. You know, the
now we've done Barbie. What do you think I could have possibly picked as the next film after Barbie?
think I think you've picked Oppenheimer.
Correct. Where are we swiping with Oppenheimer?
We're swiping right. It didn't connect with me. Sorry, no, left,
Left?
left.
Do you
Yeah.
okay? Because I was thinking those are two very contradictory. I was like, that's your
Yeah.
last right swipe, and it didn't connect with me. But fuck it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna no. I forgot. No, I'm gonna swipe. I'm swiping left on that. Just didn't. Yeah, just
Okay,
didn't hit.
that's fair enough. I do enjoy it, but I think that you could have cut it down in runtime because towards the end they were basically recapping everything that you've already watched.
And if I can be honest, I never quite understood what was going on in the black and white parts. You know, in the I think it was set in the few. I don't know. It was
So
after the
it was the
fact, wasn't it?
so black and white was Oppenheimer's perspective. I'm pretty sure
Mm,
everything that was in color was like from the third view. Essentially,
okay.
I think
Yeah.
that, or it might be vice versa. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's one of those two. Yeah, I also would have swiped left on Oppenheimer. The next film for you is Psycho.
Um. Good film. Seminal classic.
Mm-hmm.
The birth of the slasher. First time I saw a toilet flush, etc. An incredible amounts of cuts used for the shower scene. But I cannot, in good conscience, do anything other than whilst it's great, swipe left for Psycho.
That's fair enough. I was hoping that you'd swipe right so that I could reveal it was the Psycho remake. It wasn't,
Oh,
but just for the
uh,
purposes of this, I
I
was going to do
sorry
that to you.
but when I was talking about the undisputed classic, I was referring to the remake with Vince Vaughn. I don't
Vince
know.
Vaughn,
Is
what a
there?
man.
Wait a minute. Was that a remake?
The thing is, it's such a useless remake because it is shot for shot.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it's not like we've taken the concept and we're gonna try and adapt it to a modern audience. Shot for shot.
It's just a weird thing to exist, isn't it? It's one of those films that you'd sit down and watch with friends whilst drinking. I think the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next film for you, I added this after Robert Redford passed away, and that's 3 Days of the Condor.
God rest him. I know the only reason I know about this film is because we looked at it during
One of the first
filmmaking.
modules in uni. Yeah, we had to watch it one week. It's the
Yeah.
only time I've seen it. I think it's
I
very
never
good.
I never watched it.
Of course,
Actually,
yeah.
no. I did. I did watch it. I did watch it. Um, he's a journalist in it, isn't he?
Something like that. I've only seen it that one time.
Yeah. Well,
Like I know
okay.
where this is going.
Swipe left.
I think this will present a bit of a challenge to you, this next one.
Okay.
Alien.
Um, I like the franchise, and no, whatever. I'm not gonna. There's gonna be no prelude to this. It's gonna have to be the final swipe right. I can't not. It's probably one of my all time favorite sort of franchises as a whole. So I have to swipe right for that one.
So, I'm going to talk you through the remaining ones,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to be nice. You can rewind on one of the films that you didn't pick, but you'll have the
Okay.
knowledge of what those films are. You can use. I figured you may as well use your rewind.
Yeah.
I'm very good up to this point, so you get a reward.
Thank you.
The remaining films were Die Hard, Silence of the Lambs, Jaws, and Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
Ooh. So I could change out one of the ones I've got for one of those ones.
No, you can basically you can have an 11th pick. I'm going to use your rewind to give you an 11th pick of any of the films that you haven't picked so far.
Okay, well, let's make this really interesting, just out of curiosity. I pick two that you've just told me that you think are in contention for my 11th film.
Okay. The two I'm going to pick Jaws
Correct?
and hmm, it's between Die Hard or Silence of the Lambs. I'm going to go with. Would you do Jurassic Park actually? I'm going to go with Jaws and Silence of the Lambs.
Well done. You do know me. I just wanted to know what you would. And I love the fact you kind of discounted Jurassic Park's great, but yeah,
Yeah, it
well
potentially
done.
crossed my mind. Would you appreciate that for like the visuals? But I thought
Yeah,
no.
but it was always going to be between those two as soon as I heard them. And Die Hard would never have been in contention. It's just not.
Hmm.
I know it's got this fucking fan base and whatever, and it's a good film, but it would never have
Yeah,
been.
great film. But I think
Yeah.
compared to like Silence of the Lambs and Jaws,
And I don't know if I would have
it's
swiped if that was in contention anyway throughout the game. I probably would have swiped left anyway.
yeah.
But thank you for giving me this 11th pick, and it is of course, without doubt and without question, going to be. Does that sound right?
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, yeah.
I genuinely thought is that what he's gonna do here? Is he gonna do da 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 da
um,
da?
oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, man, we're gonna ne- we're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger platform.
Yeah, it's absolutely Jaws. Yeah,
Fair
undisputed.
enough. I did
Yeah.
go the other week and watch, and it's such a good film. Um, so your picks have been Jaws, Alien, Goodfellas, Avengers Endgame, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is 3 for 1. So you've kind of got 14 films here. No,
Hmm.
13 films here. I'll do maths good one day. History of Violence, Saw, Sinners, The Shawshank Redemption, The Dark Knight, and Seven. Those are the 11 films that you have currently. Now,
Okay.
make this interesting.
Ah.
The I'm gonna pick 5 of your picks, and you then can pick your top pick, which is the film that you will have access to forever. It's not a short term thing. It's like eternal love. You and that film will be together forever,
Okay.
and there's no risk of divorce with this film.
So
So it's better than
I
real
can.
life.
Okay. Yeah, because yeah, I'm always on the cusp of divorce.
Well, that's because you need to get rid of Tinder.
Well, yeah. Well, now I've got Film Tinder. I can boot the original one, and I can just put all of the focus into the marriage because God knows it's
So
needed.
this is gonna get deep. So the films I'm picking for your 5 picks are Shawshank Redemption, A History of Violence, Alien, Jaws. So those are the 4, and the 5th one I'm gonna put in there is Seven.
Okay. So in this scenario, it's the film that I'm gonna be going back to again, again, and again.
The film you always have with you. If all these other films they could be taken off streaming, you could lose access to them if things in the real world were to happen.
Hmm.
This one here, you will never lose access to. It's yours.
Okay. My answer, because I keep trying to go through them in my head and make a calculated decision, and there is one film that just keeps shouting out at me, despite all of the reasoning. And if this was a different day, it could be a different answer, right? But I actually really want to watch this film right now when we're talking about it. So it might surprise you, but the answer, my top film, is going to be Seven by David Fincher.
Ooh, that does surprise me.
Yeah, it
I
surprised me,
kind of
but I
thought you were gonna say A History of Violence.
yeah,
'Cause I know
no,
you love that film.
I do love that film, but I've never had to. It's never gone toe to toe with another film that I loved before, and I can watch. I think there's so many little details and intricacies, and I think Seven is a film you can rewatch because it's layered and there's so many hidden subliminal.
Interestingly, from my point of view, Seven was the one that I added as we were doing this. It wasn't in my list because of The Godfather Part 2. I had to take that out, and I knew I was going to pick a Fincher one. I very almost picked The Social Network.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, you picked, in my opinion, the best Fincher film. I wouldn't have
No, I
swiped.
love Seven. I think it's brilliant. I very almost, as I was sitting there trying to think of what film to pick, I was like, Fincher. We did talk about Social Reckoning, Social Network, maybe. But yeah, I did. So you literally got the very last one that was added.
That's crazy,
That
isn't it?
ended up being your top pick.
And it just goes to show, you have heavy hitters like Jaws, Jurassic Park, and all these. And I think this is a lesson to all you guys out there who enjoy films. Just because it's the most recognizable poster, and just because it's lauded over, doesn't necessarily mean that when push comes to shove, you'd pick the most conventional pick. Do you know what I mean?
Is this? Are you using this as a metaphor for your wife?
No, there is no comparisons at all. Um, it's a metaphor for, hey, you know, go to school, kids, and just do what you love.
Good. That's yes. Well done. Send the kids to school. Yes. So that was Film Tinder. Um, so you get all those 11 films, and you get seven forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You get to grow old with seven, but older. Um, and yes, the ones you have, yeah, I, there's a few changes I would have made, but a lot of the ones
Mhm.
that you swiped right on, I would have swiped right on. I'm having a look at my list here, and I'm seeing what I maybe would have.
What one that is not in the list would you have definitely have kept
When Harry
that I
Met
didn't?
Sally.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love that film. I think that film is fantastic. Although realistically, it does say it's the whole question is can a man and woman ever just be friends? Their conclusion is no. It should be called When Harry Fucks Sally.
Really, and that if that film was made today, it'd be a completely different message and a completely different takeaway.
There is a book, and I can't remember what the book's called, but it's basically a modern day retelling of it. But the Sally character is more like Harry.
Ah, okay.
I haven't read this book, but apparently that's the premise behind it. Um, I would have hummed and hawed over In Bruges because I do really like In Bruges. I feel like Ralph Fiennes' performance is a bit too hammy though. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, he's having fun.
Yeah. Um, Green Book would have been a. I might have swiped right on that, but I'm not sure.
Uh,
I'm looking at others here. Love Actually, I probably would have swiped right on.
yeah,
And Silence of the Lambs, I would have done. But those are the ones that I would have like more than likely went right on, as opposed to that. I'm trying to look at the ones that you swiped right on that I maybe wouldn't have. So I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen A History of Violence. So that
yeah.
would have been out of my running.
A lot of people haven't.
No. I wouldn't have swiped right on Goodfellas.
Okay,
I'm not a big Scorsese fan.
it's not my favorite Scorsese film actually. So if you'd have put two Scorsese films on the list, The Departed would have won over Goodfellas. But it's very, very close, and I think it depends on the day. It's literally a hair's breadth between the two, but I absolutely love Goodfellas.
Hmm. And I haven't seen Sinners either. It's one I need to get to from this year, so that would have
It's
been by default
insanely
removed.
good. And
Yeah, I've
if
heard
people tell you otherwise, it's that I just don't think they know what they're talking about.
you and my parents would have beef. They enjoyed it, but they didn't. Yeah, I don't think they
Li-
really vibe with the whole vampire of it all.
Liam didn't like it, but for me, the vampire aspect is the least thing I enjoy.
The
There's so much more going on in the
Yeah,
film, but yeah.
it's sort of there. My final one that I don't think I would have swiped right on is The Dark Knight,
Oh,
because in my opinion, it's a bad Batman film.
okay, that's a
It's a decent film,
Jesus.
but it's a bad Batman film
But that
because
is a
it's not
hot.
about Batman.
You said that with your chest, man. That's a hot take. That is a
Oh, I've
real.
stood by that for you. I enjoy it. Like I will watch it. I think it's a fun watch, but I think a lot of people who laud it as like one of the greatest ever. I'm like, no, Batman Begins is better.
You know what?
The Batman is better.
It's on level pegging for me, and I don't know why Batman Begins
My
doesn't get
version
enough.
of The Dark Knight Rises is better.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And my version of Alien 3 is better.
Um, yeah, I don't think I could have swiped right in The Dark Knight,
That's okay.
but yeah, um, that is arguably one of my most controversial opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other ones you swipe right on, I would have, yeah. Yeah, I would have swiped right on all the rest that you've done. So we have similar tastes, but there's some divergence on the needs for
And
this.
I suppose that's the other takeaway, guys.
Be different.
Yeah, be different, be bold, be beautiful.
Because what'll happen is you will hit a point when you're young, you'll like whatever. As you get older, you'll think you need to be pretentious with what you like. So you'll say you like this, even though chances are it's not like your favorite film. And then once you hit your late 20s, early 30s, you'll turn around and go, I'm trying to think of an off the wall film.
I've got,
National
I've
Treasure is one of
yeah,
my films. Yeah, that's what you'd do.
I really like that film actually.
So did I.
I like the two of them. I'm annoyed we didn't get a third one. Actually, it's weird, isn't it?
They did a TV show, and I'm pretty sure there is a third film, maybe in development.
Oh, okay.
But that's one of those ones that I feel like has been in development for ages.
Yeah, I think so. I have a friend just to feed off that. Where you feel like you have to like pretentious films. And I'm not saying that this is absolutely the case for him, but he really likes 12 Angry Men. And I don't know whether he really tells me to watch it because it's lauded, a bit like Citizen Kane or whatever. But I will,
Yeah.
I've never watched 12 Angry Men, so maybe I'm talking out of my arse. I do need to
I have
watch that.
never seen it either. I have seen Citizen Kane, however, and I enjoyed it. But it wasn't like, it's not an all timer for me. If I had to put Citizen Kane on the list and you were doing this list to me, left swipe.
Rosebud.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
My
Yeah, for
pleasure.
anyone who didn't pick that up, said Rosebud
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
and the Brummy interpreter,
Oh.
the Brummy whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, that is Film Tinder over. I hope you enjoyed this. It was something a bit different to do as sort of a episode midweek. Originally, this was going to be part of episode 3, but there was a lot of news and a lot of trailers, so we did this as like sort of a special episode, I suppose. And we may do more of these in the future. I think
Yeah.
maybe we could
If
reverse the rules.
yeah, I could come up with I could do the exact same for Nathaniel and see what he comes out with, and I'll try and choose different films so we
There's
don't get repeats.
also, we could do it like more specific, like say Marvel movie Tinder,
Yeah,
stuff like that. There's also variations TV Bumble
yeah.
and uh,
You're trying to.
musical Hinge.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I was just racking my brains to think of another the
I was
only
gonna
other
go with
recognizable
books. What I thought.
musical. Hinge sounds like a physical game, doesn't it? Somehow, like a I
It
don't know.
does, or it sounds like a musical hinge is like a specific movement that someone in an orchestra would do.
Yeah, or it's a hinge that just does a little note as you open and close the door.
What I'm
Oh.
gonna Google musical hinge
Yeah.
to see if it gives anything up. So a musical hinge is part of a music box, apparently. Is that not just a hinge that's in a music box? I feel like that's a reach.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But
But
yes,
if
let
there's
us
if
know if you have any controversial opinions on films you would have swiped on. If you maybe would have went opposite to Andrew, went the same, what your top pick would have been of the films I've said. And let us know if you have any ideas for sort of episodes that we could do like this. Because what does every great podcast do if not steal from its audience?
and we want to steal from you, leave us your address, postcode, if you've got security
Send us
cameras,
a photo
etc.
of the front and back of your bank card.
Yeah, and we'll just buy a load of white goods.
IKEA trip.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Please, we want to
You,
steal from you, I guess is the takeaway.
yeah.
And it's pronounced IKEA.
Uh, we've already disagreed on the pronunciation of something once. It cannot be a regular. It's IKEA.
It's IKEA, the wonderful everyday. It's IKEA. Feel free to Google it. But yeah, I
Who
think
told you this?
my wife, who happens to be Swedish, where the store IKEA originates from. So
Yeah. I'm gonna need some documentation to prove that Swedish origin.
okay, and that's what we'll do shortly after finishing recording. I'll send it in the post, mate. Actually, no, I'll just take a picture. That's a lot easier.
That's. But yes, that brings a close to Film Tinder. The next episode we will talk about news. We'll sort of have a standard episode next. We are planning on having someone we went to uni with on an episode with us soon. So that will hopefully be next week. Right now, that's preliminarily booked in.
Callback.
Was it? I didn't even know it was.
No, because I was talking about we preliminarily booked something in the last episode, and we
The
started
Simpsons
to
movie. Yeah.
yeah, okay, but it's a callback's never entertaining if you have to literally explain it. So thank you, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, as Nathaniel said, all of above. If you got any ideas of other segments like this, feel free to let us know, and we'll give it a crack.
Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.